Let's start with our top story. Nigeria has been battling insurgency and other forms of violent crimes for years. In its line of defense are gallant men and women who put their lives on the line so that others can live in peace. In this story, I spoke with retired officers and families of fallen areas to count the cost of keeping the peace in Africa's largest economy. The nation built on the foundation of sacrifice and unity. There are unsung heroes who hold the line.
He thought it was going to be a privilege to be one of those who will work to protect others.
They are ordinary men and women, driven by an extraordinary sense of duty.
The life of a typical soldier, sailor, airman is unpredictable.
They daily make sacrifices to protect the land and ensure safety of all Nigerians. And sometimes this comes in the form of the ultimate prize.
I saw the casket, but I don't know what was inside that casket.
In almost every corner of Nigeria, a battle is fought against insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, all theft and many more. The Nigerian military has stood as a formidable force in these ongoing struggles. In the northeast, the armed forces have been locked in a ferocious battle against insurgency for more than a decade. Here, men and women have given blood, sweat and tears to ward off terrorists.
I'll be right back. Cheers, love.
Major Daniel Udom is one of the soldiers who fought courageously in Borno State.
The dad always say he usually works like someone in the military. So that's made him develop interest in joining the military.
During a military operation in March 2020, the 38-year-old was ambushed alongside other officers in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital.
In the middle of the night, it was a soldier who called me and told me that, Madam, Oga, the operation the Ogas went for, they did not come back.
It happened on a Sunday, March 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. But we didn't get to know about it till on Tuesday. Unknown to us, the whole thing was already, spreading in, already circulating in WhatsApp groups.
He has been promoted posthumously to Lieutenant Colonel, but his demise has left a huge void.
The few times he comes home from work and spend times with I and the kids, I'll say is the fond memories I have about my late husband.
There's this vacuum, you just know that you're not complete.
The Nigerian Air Force plays a crucial role in intelligence gathering and air support for ground troops during security operations.
He went for the last flight and said, he had the last flight, he felt he should talk to his baby, and we discussed for 10 minutes.
Group Captain Saleh Bibino dreamed of soaring through the skies, defending Nigeria from above.
He joined the military based on the fact that his parents, number one, could not afford his school fees. And secondly, he discovered along the line how much he loved this country.
But fate had a different plan. During a routine training flight in March 2011 in Kano, Captain Saleh's wings were clipped.
The senior officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Nigerian Air Force, came in from their headquarters to the office to come and carry me to HQ-NAV, Nigerian headquarters, Nigerian Air Force headquarters. It was there, they carried me from there, they now brought me home to my house then, and then told me what happened.
His legacy is that of sacrifice and service to his country and family.
As soon as I thought of God, the next thing I think of was him because of the kind of love he showered on me.
Beyond protecting Nigeria's territorial integrity, the Nigerian Armed Forces are renowned for their key role in keeping the peace in troubled countries.
He said he's going to call me. And I'm still waiting for that call.
Sergeant Abel Emmanuel was a military police investigator. He served at the Army headquarters in Abuja before he departed for Liberia in 2012 and passed on while away.
I'm still thinking if actually he was the one they buried or they just bury an empty casket, because neither myself nor the children saw what was inside the casket, so we really don't know.
Since then, it's been a struggle raising the children he left behind.
My last son, who happens to be the only son to not even know his father, is in the university now.
The stories of these men and their families continue to shape the tapestry of Nigeria's security architecture. They have given their dreams, comfort and lives so other Nigerians can live in peace and prosperity. This act inspired Bolaji Ogunmola, who retired from the army in 2020.
No soul will tell you he was never scared. You're meeting people who are ready to die. You are not ready to die. You have lovely wives and children back home. You have future that you're pursuing. Nobody joined the army to die. We joined the army to defend the nation, right? We want to die honorably. We are not afraid of dying. We're not afraid of serving, paying the supreme price, paying the ultimate price. But you don't want to die in the hands of a 14-year-old foot soldier called Boko Haram or ISWAP.
Reflecting on his time in the military, Bolaji says it's a mixed bag of pain and passion.
Because I remember an instance where I was going back and my wife was crying like, will you ever come back? I said, I don't know either. You know, my kids were young then. I don't know, nobody knows. Nobody will tell you will come back.
This retired naval officer says the sacrifices were worth it.
You miss some important moments in your kids' life, some competitions they have in school, some speeches or programs or plays they have in school that you can't make it. And at the same time, maybe your wife's delivery too, you miss that, or some birthdays, you know. But it's really been worth it because it was the ultimate sacrifice we had to do for our country. And I'm really proud of what I've been doing.
The welfare of members of the armed forces and families of fallen heroes continue to be a source of concern. Despite being responsible for protecting the country, servicemen often face harsh realities on the front lines and when they return home.
The government has been very, very, very forthcoming in introducing various policies, debarment policies, and other things that help to cushion the effects of these losses on the part of the family. And we can only urge the government to do some more to appreciate the serviceman and the family involved.
The new insurance policy that has been instituted by the Chief of the Air Staff is all-encompassing and benefits personnel and families in event of death, as well as covering medical bills, compensation for temporary or permanent disabilities, and deaths, among several others.
Serving in the military is a journey of sacrifice, service and survival. And while the cost of this service might be grave, these brave men and women continue to pay the price. They pay the price in full. Wale Fakile, Gist Nigeria. It's indeed a steep price that our military personnel and their families pay to keep the peace. We thank them for their service. Be part of this conversation. Send your thoughts to us on X at Gist Nigeria TV. Let's hear from you. Moving on. Thousands of children are abandoned each year in Nigeria after being